morning, Australia.
Good morning. Good morning. Top of the morning. Still dark out here, though.
Not top of the morning in Texas. We're about
You
four
made us
o'clock in
get
the
up early.
afternoon. Yeah, you're up early. Yeah, it's early over in Oz, isn't it?
It is. Oh, so
Yeah.
it's 7 a.m., so it's not really that early.
Well, yeah, well, this to some people that's early, but not to
Well,
me.
yes.
But yeah,
No.
yeah. Well,
How's life in Texas today?
I'm sorry.
How's life in Texas today?
Life in Texas is pretty good. It's pretty warm here, sun shining. That's why everything is so white and bright over here. This is my sunny side.
You do look a bit bright.
Well, I am
Sunny
bright.
side up.
I am bright. Listen, we've had some really good videos on iridology around the world.
Yeah.
We are getting some excellent replies from our people that are watching, and we're getting comments and we're getting more thumbs up. And I just would like to, yes, reiterate what we
Thumbs
talked
up.
about last weekend or last week was please give us those thumbs up, because it is so necessary that we get the word iridology out into the mainstream.
The more thumbs up we get, the more people watch.
Absolutely, absolutely. So if you like what you see, share it with your friends, share it with your colon hydrotherapist, share it with your nutritionist friends. I don't care who you share it with, it doesn't matter to me. But the more we talk about iridology, there's a better chance that everyone is going to get ahead. When one of us gets ahead, guess what? We all get ahead.
Yeah. And it'll go around the world. Pardon the pun.
Pardon the pun. It's pardoned. Well,
Okay.
I would love for you to tell us about our guest today.
Well, I'm so excited because it's not often that there's a guest in the same time zone as me.
I know that's rare.
And if I had a really good throw, I could probably throw a ball towards her.
Really?
Yeah, so not too
You'd have to
far.
have a real good arm.
I'd have to have a really good arm. I don't have that sort of baseball pitch, but anyway, come on down, Jenna. Yay!
Hello.
I just happen to love your name, Jenna Love.
Thank
Isn't it
you.
beautiful? I've always loved it.
It is. It is. Well, first of all, Jenna, how did you get to know this crazy guy that I hang out with sometimes?
Well, I started studying Bowen therapy with Christos 6 years ago-ish,
Wow.
somewhere around there. Yeah. So I worked through the certificate and the diploma.
Mhm.
And then, I didn't know that he was a iridology instructor to begin with. And it just sort of came up, I think, in one of the workshops, and my ears pricked and, sort of inquired about it. And then eventually, once I finished the Bowen course, then, grabbed some information and enrolled.
So that like answers our first question just right out of the bat. I mean, So we have Christos to thank for you becoming an iridologist.
Yeah.
That is a sweet deal. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that.
Yeah.
Well,
No,
I teach a workshop called Bowen Inside Out, where we learn about the eyes and the tongue, and focusing on assessing with the nails and body signs. And so Jenna was in that, and like once you start talking about iridology, it's fascinating, isn't it?
Mhm.
So yeah.
That was
And so Jenna, you're working in iridology at the moment?
Yes. So kind of combining it when I can with Bowen, which I plan to do a little bit more of. I'm doing a bit of a restructure because I'd like to be able to just have it included in my initial consult with anyone that comes in, just to do a simplified version, but take their photos properly and have them on file for everyone, because I just find it just gives you so much more information about them, and it takes the guesswork out of a lot of even the emotional side of it. And just to be able to kind of get a whole picture initially, and a lot of the time probably include things that they might not think to mention as well in sort of conversation. So I'm doing both. At the moment I've been doing it sort of individually, and other clients that just inquire, or existing clients that want to go through that process. And I'm loving it. I just think it's great. It's
That is so awesome.
Yeah.
I love it when we have iridologists that work with chiropractors or naturopathic doctors or like-minded specialists in our industry, naturopathic industry, of course, because I love how we can use iridology like as a roadmap or a blueprint, if you will, to see where the person has been, where they are now, and possibly where they're headed in the future, of course, and work with other like-minded people to get to the heart of the problem. Let's get to the root cause of what is going on, and let's help this person feel better and live a healthier life. So kudos on you for that. That's great.
Yeah.
And so Jenna runs a pretty busy like a clinic with lots of other therapists in the hills.
Yeah.
Near Melbourne.
So where are you, Jenna, in Australia? Where?
So in Melbourne, but my clinic is out in Monbulk, so just in the Dandenong Ranges. So out there. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We want people to know about you.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we're in the main street, so you can't miss us. So it's pretty yeah. It's a good little spot.
Jenna, before you met me, had you ever known iridology before that?
I was trying to think of this the other day, actually. I always knew of it. I didn't exactly know what it was, but I think it must have been at maybe a consultation that I went to maybe in my early 20s with a naturopath. And she did a very quick, just with a magnifying glass, part of the naturopath, oh my God, part of the consultation, and just looked into my irises. And as soon as she sort of said a couple of things, I was like, oh, I need to learn more about this. But it was something that I just kind of had in the back of my mind and went, yeah, I'm going to learn that one day. And the one day when I met you, that was the beginning of that. So yeah, to be honest, I didn't have to try very hard to look for it. It just happened. So I call that fate.
It's funny how one
seeds are born, isn't it?
Yeah,
the seeds are a little fertilized in the seed, and it grows.
Yeah.
And
it is funny how one session makes you want to know so much more.
Yes. Yeah, definitely.
That's great. I love the story. So okay, you kind of told us how you got involved. Do you have a favorite sign that you see when you look in someone's eye?
There's probably lots, to be honest, but I do tend to like contraction furrows. I find them really interesting, I guess, because they have sort of the genetic kind of line as well. So I feel like it's interesting when you can talk to people and then even ask questions about their parents and their sort of experience of them growing up and seeing similarities or different traits that have kind of passed down along with those signs. I think I've got them as well, so I feel like it's probably probably why I like them. But and there's obviously so many different versions and types and placement and where it will affect, and I just think they're really interesting.
I would
That's why you can achieve so much.
I would almost say that the majority of the people that we have interviewed, when we ask them what their favorite sign is, it seems to me, Chris, you let me know if I'm wrong here, but it seems like contraction furrows pop up all the time.
Yeah. And often I was thinking, we love a sign in our eyes that we have in our eyes.
Yeah. You're spot on with that. Yeah.
I've been looking at my eye recently, and I love funnels now because I've got a funnel, and it's great. They're fun.
Yeah.
Funnel.
Yeah, I don't have a funnel. I have a big open medusa lacuna in my heart-lung area.
Of course you do.
Tells a lot. A lot. Whoa, I could just sit and write paragraph after paragraph on just that one sign. It's not my favorite sign. It's not my favorite. I don't even know that I have a favorite sign. Have I even thought about that?
I think you have.
I think we did. I think we talked about it
in our first
time
episode.
ago.
If you go back to listen to our first episode, you had a favorite sign.
That's right. But I bet it's changed 10 times since then. Awesome. That's just how we are. It changes with the weather, doesn't it?
But contraction furrows are great. Rings of accomplishment.
Yeah. Well,
that's why I like to look at them.
Chris, do we have another question for her?
Well, we're going to play a game. So why don't we?
It's that time. How did we get here so fast? It just seems like we just started. Okay, Jenna, if you will, pick a number between 1 and 36, please.
Let's go number 16.
Oh, 16 is a good number.
Yeah.
It's always scary when she says that, Jenna. She has that little wicked little slide in her voice.
I can't believe every time we talk about something, the question that we pull pops up.
You're kidding.
No, I'm not kidding about that. You know I don't kid about that. It's just always amazing. No, it's not amazing anymore. I mean, I just almost expect it to happen, but it does. It continues to happen. So here is a question. When I see a lacuna in the heart of my clients, I'm often nervous asking them questions about the heart. How can I ask questions about heart health that won't upset or make my client nervous?
Good question. I can kind of relate to that a little bit because I feel like it's easy to be nervous about the ones that potentially have a more serious side to them. But I feel like I would probably lead with some emotional questions first, and maybe relationships, start with that, ease into it, and then try and sort of slide in a few questions about family history, or start with that side of it first, and then come back to the person themselves. And if they say yes to some of those, then ask if they experience any sort of heart symptoms themselves, palpitations or that kind of thing.
That's right. Good. What would you do, Chris?
Well, I've actually got a really lovely closed heart lacuna at 3 o'clock in my left eye myself. And I love the saying, people with eyes like yours are usually related to someone who or who's maybe had some heart issues. Does that relate to anyone? And I find that really good, because it takes the focus of them. It takes any of the blame off them, and it's not like pointing the bone. You know, like in Australia, we have this thing, like we say, pointing the bone. Like in Aboriginal culture, if you say something about someone, then it's likely, they take it on as likely to happen. So I don't really ever like to say, well, you've got problems in your heart or something like that. I usually like Jenna to talk about the emotions, because and I know in my instance, my grandfather had died of a heart attack at 64 years old, but I've never had any heart issues, and I don't plan on having any because I look after my heart. I do I eat well and I exercise most days, and I do things that I love. Like, I think it's important for the heart to do things that you love and surround yourself with people that you love, because then you're not looking for that elsewhere, or within a predisposition, if you like, in a negative way. So that's how I sort of deal with that. And I know for myself that a sign doesn't mean you're going to have that particular thing. You need to unlock the gene. If you unlock the gene, then it's obviously, that's you're going on the correct road to that outcome. But the gene's important, but the key is more important, I find.
Yeah, excellent answer. And I too go about it the same way. I'll ask questions first, and a lot of times I'd like to know what makes your heart happy. Tell me Tell me about the things you love. And that can be, well, I love my children, I love my family, I love to ski and be outdoors, and I love this and I love that, and I want to hear that. I want to hear what they love, and I will just mention, what do you do to keep your heart strong? What do you do to keep your heart healthy?
Yeah,
we talk about that, and then we very much ease into it. Now, you never rush into it and go, oh my God, you've got a heart lacuna. Oh. You never do anything like that. You'll scare somebody to death if you do, just like you said, pointing the bone. So we don't want to put that on anybody like that. So starting out asking questions about something someone loves, I think is probably the proper way to go about that. And then you just ease into it.
Yeah, that actually reminded me of a saying that I love, and I haven't used it with my clients, but I'm going to now. It's called, "What makes your heart sing?"
Oh yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Good.
And probably
I like that.
How often they're doing those things too, because I find a lot of the time there's a bit of a disconnect between what they're actively doing and what they just sort of identify with as making them happy. But if they're not practicing it, then they're obviously not going to benefit from
right.
that. So.
That's right.
Exactly.
Oh, wise words.
Yeah.
I love being a part of this show, because I get to hear from people all around the world how they would go about, with whatever question we ask them. How would they go about that? And I'm able to pick up little tidbits that I believe make me a better iridologist. So I hope that's working for everyone out there that watches this. You gain or you glean just a little glimmer of information or insight on how to become a better iridologist just by these sweet little tricks. What makes your heart sing? What doctor would ever ask that?
Yeah.
What doctor would ever, you go to see your cardiologist and they stick all the monitors on you so fast and they never ask you what makes your heart sing. They don't care. They don't care what makes your heart sing. They want to know the
Well, they might
numbers.
care, but they're not trained like that.
They are not trained like that, but still, I've sat before a cardiologist several times. I've never had one of them ask me that yet. I'm just waiting for the day. I'm
Maybe
waiting
you
for
should
the
ask
day.
them. Maybe
I'm
you
sorry?
should ask them. Maybe
Oh
you should ask
yes,
them.
turn
That
the
would be
table.
great.
You know what? The next time I have to go, which I hope is a very, very long time, I think I'll do that.
Yeah.
Oh, great. You see it? I picked up another tidbit of information. This show is full of information.
Yeah,
Full.
that's great.
Oh my gosh. Jenna, we've loved having you, and we want to just bless you with all kinds of business and prosperity in Bowen therapy and iridology. And I hope you set Melbourne on fire, girl.
Thank you very much. That's my plan.
Oh, good. Good.
Thank
I
you,
think you're on your
Jenna.
way.
Thank you. Nice to meet you, Kathy. And nice to
Thank you.
with us.
Thank you.
Bye.
All right, everybody. Remember, thumbs up when you see iridology around the world. Start talking about iridology. Great tool for all of us to be using. Thank you, everyone. We love you.
Bye.